Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome or welcome back to Stars Aligned Oracle YouTube channel and the Lucky Stars community. Cat Star here with a bonus. This bonus reading is in time for the spring equinox, or the first day of spring, which was yesterday, and the Aries new moon, which is today. So we have the tea leaf cards here. I thought we would take a look at what might be coming in during this kind of spring equinox, or spring that's kind of sprung now, and or the new moon in Aries energy for a lot of people, either beginning spring break during this time or moving into spring break next week. But with this transition kind of energy, or this new energy moving into a new season or a new part of the season and the new moon, there's a lot of new beginnings. So I just wanted to get some of the energy and or kind of see what new things might be coming in for you. Wow, Aquarius, during this time. So we got, wow, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're just gonna do, we're gonna see how this comes about here. Okay, I think we might, whoa, see jumping cards. These ones, because there's so many of them. Did I get them all? I think I did, because there's so many of them. It's a little bit more difficult to shuffle them because there's 180 of these here. There's actually 200 cards in the deck total, but you have like the signs, and then you have some that are like kind of like a top of a tower, like the money and love and marriage, and yeah, I can show you in just a second. Let me get one more card. Okay, let's see. So you have the ones that are this color, and then I'm sure you guys have probably seen these before. I just recently got these, so I've been working with them and just love them. I think I'll use them in almost every reading. You have the astral houses, so love, marriage, happiness, success, career, wealth. So those ones. And then you have, of course, January, February, March. Yeah. Which I will be doing the next 3 months reading here, probably sometime during this week or maybe next week. So be on the lookout for that as well. But let's go ahead and see. Let's go ahead and see what is coming in for you, Aquarius, here in the spring equinox, the first day of spring, in spring, the new season within the new moon with Aries. What new is coming in? So the first card that you have is Wishbone, broken wishbone. A wish will not be granted. So some of you may have been thinking, which is super interesting. We talked about spring break, and what's coming through here is that some of you may have been kind of wanting or wishing to maybe go on a trip or do something fun for spring break. It looks like for some of you that may not be happening. There may be some travel issues or some problems that come through, potentially even with finances, that it doesn't actually happen. Okay, that's not for everybody, but for some of you that may be what is happening. Now you also have finger warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So this may be coming through as well. Isn't this interesting that this new energy is kind of heavy energy? So starting this out with a little bit of heavy energy. Okay, now Aries is a fire sign, so there's a lot of passion. Passion can burn both ways. So it seems like this passion here within the beginning of this reading, Aquarius, may be burning a little bit on the not so amazing, kind of more the heavy side burning with that passion. Okay, now if you notice with this finger, it says warning you of a problem either now or in the near future. So this new thing may be a new problem coming in. This new problem could be coming in within that travel. Maybe you had kind of made plans with somebody else and that didn't really pan out. Maybe it was something to do with you. I don't want to like place blame, because that's kind of what, but it's almost as if someone is placing blame, like either towards you or you might be placing blame towards another person. Do remember within this process here, Aquarius, that if you're pointing a finger, right, in this instance, it's kind of like this. But if there are 3 fingers pointing back, so whether that's pointing towards yourself, if you're the one placing blame out and the fingers are coming back towards you, or whether it is somebody placing blame towards you, there is a potential that there's going to be a problem. But do be conscientious and aware of kind of pointing fingers and or placing blame. Again, this may have to do with travel. For others of you, this may have to do with finances is what's coming through here, okay? This broken wishbone, a wish will not be granted. So somebody is upset here within the beginning of this reading, again, Aquarius, that something isn't panning out or happening. Now look at this. You also have wind chimes, peace and harmony. Interesting energy coming through right after that. So wherever this falls, Aquarius, there is going to be peace and harmony within this. And within this kind of new spring energy, this new moon energy, there is overall peace and harmony. There's a potential that even, the couple days before or the first or few days of, that it may be a little bit rocky, but it does move into kind of that energy. I love the energy of wind chimes when the wind just blows them just right and they're kind of flowing together, and that's kind of the energy that is coming in. All right, now you also have hand. Now look at, you have finger and you have hand, Aquarius. So something may be coming in or happening that has to do, for some of you, for some reason, this is super interesting. You may be meeting somebody who, kind of a talent scout or a talent agent, who may be interested in the aesthetic of your hands during this time, which is super interesting. So maybe you may be approached to be a hand model of sorts is what is coming through with this. But you have hand in need of assistance, of help, assistance, and guidance. So some of you, again, it just keeps going back to travel here, Aquarius. So some of you may be traveling, even if this, however, this, maybe it was a flight that you're supposed to take that didn't end up happening, but there is still travel. It could just be day travel. It could be what have you. But some of you may be in need of assistance and or guidance, right? Help, need of help, assistance, or guidance. So you may be looking for a helping hand. This again could be as far as travel goes. It could be as far as, for some of you, for it's coming through that there may be some kind of big project, either a work project, but also schools coming through here, right? That may need to be finished during spring break. It could be almost like a senior project or a project before graduation that is coming through. Also, for some of you, within this energy, you have, there's going to be people around you whose birthdays are going to be coming up, and or April's Fool's Day is coming up here as well, because the first day, the spring equinox also, I believe, was the first day of, oh wow, I just lost my train of thought. I do apologize. The first day of Aries season. I do apologize. I do believe it's the first day of Aries season as well. And then here on the 21st, which is today, is the new moon in Aries. So some of you may actually have, some elaborate plans for April Fool's Day that you may be asking for or seeking assistance or hand with, that could just be amazing. Okay, now you also have tree, affairs with your family. So again, this travel is just coming through. Some of you may just be doing some amazing things with your family. Also, this is coming through that there may be, right, because this is coming through as kind of the tree of life. The word affairs is sticking out to me though, so be aware of that, Aquarius, because going up here, you have that wish will not be granted, and you have that warning, there's a problem, and then you have this affairs with your family. So there could be, as far as that goes, some concern as far as issues of the heart or issues within the family or things within the family. Also, this could be traveling as far as fun times within the family. Okay, wow, Aquarius, isn't this interesting? You also have the pig, beware of greed. So this new moon, Aquarius, with that pig energy, somebody may get a little bit greedy. So be aware of that, Aquarius. What is coming in here is this energy of caution and this energy of kind of releasing all of this, whatever this energy that's been kind of pent up, or that you've been holding on to, or this blame, or this kind of wishes not being granted, and or the affairs, because affairs keep coming through. Some of you may actually have been, Aquarius, this is taking a little bit of a turn, not expected, of course, but may have been involved in an affair or a third party kind of thing. It is going to be time to release that and focus on kind of new beginnings or newness, new energy, right? Within this springtime. It's almost as if you're cleaning, like decluttering, letting go of all the things, cleaning your closet, cleaning the skeletons out of the closet for some of you, Aquarius, and letting things go, being aware of being greedy, and or having a little bit more potentially than you actually need. Now, as far as finances go, as far as what you're deserving of, all that kind of stuff, there's always, the pie is always big enough for everybody. But it sounds like, or it seems like you, Aquarius, or maybe somebody around you, again, because this section right here is kind of all about that, has been in kind of wanting their cake and eat it too. So keep that in mind, okay? Now you also have Lobster, financial pinch. So for some of you, this trip, if that's what this was, this wish not being granted and the pointing, came up as kind of a financial issue. Some of you maybe didn't have the money. This could also be where, right, that greed, that a financial pinch came up kind of as far as a financial issue. This could, with asking for that hand, and affairs with your family, that tree, it could be a money tree. Some of you may have asked somebody within your family or your friend group to assist you, and the outcome of that was not new. This is coming through again, Aquarius, with this energy. There is going to be, right, because you have that wind chimes, and then you have that ask for assistance, that peace and harmony, and ask for assistance or help, and you have beware of greed and financial pinch. This is coming through that there's a potential that somebody may loan you money to kind of keep the peace or make a harmony, but they may actually ask for kind of interest or higher payments or more in return. So be aware of that as well, Aquarius. But it is coming through that there is a potential that whatever it was that was coming in isn't being followed through, or isn't being granted due to some frivolousness, is what's coming through. So maybe, you or another person, however this comes through or resonates, Aquarius, was not being responsible financially, and whatever was meant to happen during this spring break energy, or this spring or spring equinox energy, this new moon, kind of this newness. For some of you, this was a pretty big deal, okay? A pretty big deal, maybe just a last hurrah before moving into a new big position, before maybe a child was born, before, either going off to college or graduating college and moving into the, right, there was this big thing. And for some, what's coming through here, either you or somebody else involved maybe wasn't financially responsible and created kind of a pinch where this wasn't able to happen or go through, Aquarius. But this is moving in this new energy. So there is an awareness around this, either for you or the other person. This awareness is coming through for you as well. Big time, Aquarius. And it does create kind of a new energy around this situation as well, okay? And then you also have a horse. So there is going to be a short journey, okay? There is going to be a short journey coming in. Again, this could be just you solo taking a trip, right? Where you maybe jump in the car, or maybe you ride a bus or a train, and you get to do something without, right? This is coming through almost as this new experience of potentially, for some of you, doing a solo trip, which is just amazing. Be sure that you're paying attention, that you have all of the everything that you need. For some of you, mace, just to be safe, not because there's a concern, but just to be safe. But kind of a solo trip to kind of get out of a box, or broaden your horizons, or be able to kind of lean on yourself a little bit more, Aquarius. So this is coming through with a beautiful benefit for you, okay? And then you also have dark man dealings or relationship with a man with dark complexion or hair. So it may have been that there may have been a man that has dark complexions or hair that maybe you were in a relationship with. This could also be a family member that maybe you were meant to go with, that it didn't turn out, and last minute and kind of left you heartbroken, but you still are able to take this other trip. This also is coming through that there's a potential, Aquarius, that this could be somebody who actually somehow, like maybe with planning this or planning something, actually kind of almost maybe isn't somebody that you knew. Maybe it was somebody that was like, oh yeah, I could get you tickets and I can set it all up and this kind of stuff. And then kind of wasn't, kind of just took off with your money. So just be aware, Aquarius, you do have this short journey. This short journey could also be coming through with kind of a journey for work or for scouting something as well. We're going to get one more card. Isn't this interesting? Oh, we got two more. You also have young woman dealings or relationships with a younger woman. So this could actually be a, oh, I love this. This could actually be a sister or what have you as well, but or it could be a team that you either were working with to kind of do this, that kind of almost the word scammed maybe coming through here, and or it was people that maybe you were supposed to be traveling with or family members, Aquarius, that you know things kind of went sour. But it does appear that there's a potential that you might be going on your own little short journey, again a solo trip, to kind of free yourself and feed your heart is what's coming through here. Isn't that interesting? And then you have money path. A path with money is waiting for you to find it. Okay, super interesting, because you have that that lobster with a financial pinch, Aquarius, but there is a path of money. A path with money is waiting for you to find it, a money path. So for some of you, you may actually be figuring out or meeting somebody that does create kind of a lucrative endeavor. It may just be that you may have a kind of a collaboration or a partnership, or meet somebody that is really kind of right up your alley or right on your path to creating abundance. For others, this may actually be coming from almost an inheritance or money being left to you and or given to you. For some of you, it may be a graduation coming through here, you know, high school or college, or even, you know, doctorate. For some is coming through, and there may be somebody that really is just super proud of you and really, you know, kind of gifts you with a large chunk of money. So lots of new energy, and lots of energy to be aware of, Aquarius, which I feel like is really interesting because, you know, during spring break, and it is spring equinox in a lot of places, again, it is that energy or that time for spring break. There can be a lot of wild stuff going on. So this reading is really coming through with, you know, this kind of trip energy around, and or this movement or this growth energy, because that can also come through within that. So some of you may just really be having some movement, some growth, some definite change coming in, some newness, of course, new beginnings. Of course, that's what it's all about. There's a lot of passion around that, okay? And that passion, again, as I said in the beginning, can go either way. It can be, you know, very powerful, very strong, very positive, and it can also be very powerful, very strong, and kind of an angry energy. I'm sure that you understand what I'm putting out here, Aquarius, but you know, there is kind of a back and forth, which we do want and we do need that, but there's a lot of growth coming through here for this energy for this time, Aquarius. This energy is really going to, for some of you, it's going to open your eyes, and for others, it's going to open your heart. So we talked about that a little bit, of course, but I do intend this resonated with you and for you. If it did, please do hit the like button and share this video. It does help others to be able to see these messages that might not otherwise. Also, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the bell icon so you're notified every time I upload new readings. It is free for you to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and it does support the Lucky Stars community in growing and thriving. As always, I do wish you lots of hope, lots of joy, and lots of love with all of your current and future endeavors. I'll see you in the next reading.